Good morning and welcome to my YouTube studio once again, which just so happens to be located right in the middle of the living room in my apartment in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Now today's video is going to be fairly short because it's sort of a repeat of a video that I made 1 year ago, actually just over 1 year ago. But before I get into that, let me show you something that's on my table right now. What's on the table here is a rather large master air screw prop, and hopefully you can see that the hole has not been reamed out in it. So yes, that means that this is a brand new master air screw prop, and it's got a lot of flashing on it, which means it needs to be prepped and sanded down. Now there's only one reason why I would have a prop this large, and this is a 20 by 8, or is this a 20 by 6? It's hard to read on this thing. It's either a 20 by 8 or a 26. Now like I said, there's only one reason why I would have a prop like this and haven't purchased a brand new prop, and it's because now I have an engine big enough to run this again. So the only drawback that I have with this large prop right now is the fact that I don't really have a way to balance it. I got rid of my prop balancer. But the other thing is, even with those prop balancers that you use for, excuse me, the thing is, even with those prop balancers that you use for smaller props, I'm not sure how effective those really are for these larger props. Obviously, I do need to find some means to balance this prop. Maybe I can run up to Hobbytown and see if they have a prop balancer. I don't know if they would or not. But otherwise, I need to try and find a way to balance this prop. So, the reason I have this prop in my hand right now is because of this right here. This arrived at my doorstep, let me get this centered here. This arrived at my doorstep yesterday. Now, those of you that have been followers and subscribers to my channel for at least the last year have probably seen this video here. Anyway, it's called OS The Gift. Now, this engine was a gift given to me by a wonderful man. His name's Jan. Over a year ago. Last September is when I got this engine. And when I was going through some lifestyle changes and I sold and got rid of 90%, well actually probably more like 98% of all my hobby stuff, engines and everything, I sold many of those engines, and the ones that I purchased, I sold. Any engines that were given to me as a gift or a donation or whatever, it was always my practice, and it still is, never to sell anything like that because I won't profit from the goodwill and gifts from others. Now I did offer to send some of those engines back to those that wanted them back, and I did that. Many of them, those engines, I gave away many engines, as Harvey can attest to, because he ended up getting a lot of them. So anyway, instead of selling this engine or giving it to somebody who it didn't come from, the thing that I figured was the most appropriate was to give it back to the person, give it back to Jan. So I did. I sent that back to Jan. Never ever expected to see this engine again. Well, long story short, here's the engine again. It is back in my possession, and as you can see here, it's a OS Super Gemini FT240. Now, I am pretty sure that Jan didn't do anything with it. I don't believe he ran this engine when I returned it. So if you watch that video link that or image of the video screen that I put up last September, you'll see a lot more information on this engine, and I'm not going to go through all of that again either. I just basically wanted to do a quick short video to say that yes, I do have this magnificent engine back. Feels really good. Yesterday when it came from UPS, it felt kind of tight, but I have a feeling that was because it was traveling in a vehicle and it was probably rather cold. Now it's, you know, ambient temperature here, and it feels like it's pretty loose. Now I'm quite sure that when I sent this back to Jan, that I had lubed it up quite well. However, I am not seeing any oil coming out of it. I'm pretty damn sure, and I did run, pretty sure that I had run FAI fuel in this too, so the need for any sort of after-run oil should have been minimized because there's no nitromethane in that fuel. So it should be in good shape. Now what I will do as soon as I'm done with this video is, because I'm going to go mount this engine on my PSD stand, that's why I kept my 90-degree upright, I'm probably going to put some, I don't know if I'll do some Marvel Mystery Oil in here. Where's the other? I thought we had 2 breathers on this thing. Oh, that was the Pegasus that had 2. Put some oil in here. I'm going to heat it up, try and ream this prop out adequately. I don't know if it'll get balanced, but at least get it to spin over and circulate fresh oil throughout these things, throughout the cylinders, and then we're going to get ready for a run video of this thing. Now, chances are the run video I make of this will probably be in my garage initially. Maybe. Probably. In fact, you may not even see the very first time I run this engine again. I may just do a quickie run in there and check to see if that prop is really way out or what. But anyway, short video just to show you this beautiful engine and that it has returned to me. It's still a gift. I do not have to return it as far as I understand. So I do believe I am the owner of this engine, and if that is the case, Jan, I'm not ever parting with it again. So this is one of those things that's just a masterpiece and will remain in my collection no matter what. So anyway, that was this quick video. Thank you all for watching, and look forward to seeing this baby, seeing and hearing this baby on the stand very soon. The other thing I'm going to have to do before I run this thing, which I forgot about, is I got rid of my sledgehammer when I moved from Florida. And I used to have an 8-pound sledge that I would jam in or place in the back of my Workmate to help keep this engines like this from pulling it over. So I don't really have a need to have a sledgehammer anymore, but I'm probably going to have to come up with some means to secure my stand so that this thing doesn't want to take flight. But anyway, that's the video for today. Thank you all for watching.